Okay, everybody, I just wanted to show Bootstrap really quick again, just because there's interest in me going over this again. So Bootstrap again is a HTML, CSS, and JavaScript framework. It's really good for creating websites that look good on desktop and mobile screens. As you change the size, for example, here's the window. It changes to a mobile version. So instead of making two websites for a mobile and desktop, you can make one website and it accesses different JavaScript and different CSS to change the design of the interface. Okay, so I'm just going to download Bootstrap really quickly. Right here. Looks like the current version is 3.3.7. And I'm just going to go just the Bootstrap here, the first link, download Bootstrap. So this is going to go into my downloads folder. And I'll open that up really quickly. All right. And then I'm going to just put this on the desktop. Cool. All right. So now what I'm going to do is make a website using Bootstrap. So the first thing I need to do, I'm gonna close this window here in my downloads. I'm going to make a new folder again, a new directory. I'm gonna call this Bootstrap website. And inside, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make three files. I'm going to use Sublime Text here. The first one, I'm going to just save this really quickly. Index.html. And I'm going to save that in my Bootstrap website folder. Now I'm going to make a second one, new file, and save this as style.css. Okay. Okay, so here's my index. I can do this, of course. HTML, and then head, close up the head, and then body. Okay, I'll just save that. So now I'm gonna just close this window really quickly. Here we have the index and style. Bootstrap has other CSS files, so what I like to do is I just like to make a folder just for CSS here. I also like to make a folder for images and also JavaScript, just to put all the files in. Okay, so now I have my Bootstrap distribution that I downloaded from online. Here they have a CSS folder and a JS folder. They also have a fonts folder. This is where all your icons come from. I can just drag this over to my new website here. And then in my JavaScript here, I got Bootstrap, bootstrap.min and npm. I'll just drag all these into my JavaScript. I will be using just the bootstrap.min, the minified version. And then I'll just drag all these CSS things into my CSS folder. Okay, there we go. All right, so the next thing what I need to do is when I go into my website, I'll just open index.html with Sublime Text again. I need to add everything in the head. So here, first thing, a title, Bootstrap website. Close out the title. And then I need to add the CSS files. I'll use my style.css and I'll use the ones that come with Bootstrap. So the two things I need to do is add the style sheets to the head of the document. Oops, this title should be in the head too. That was a mistake. And add the JavaScript at the very end of the document. So what I'm going to do here is I'm in the title. I'm gonna do the style sheets. The first one is for the Bootstrap. The second one will be my custom style sheet here. So I'm gonna go link. All right, href, and then my style sheet for Bootstrap is in my CSS folder, and it is called. Let me just see. It's called just bootstrap.css. That's all. .css. Okay. And then my rel is it's a style sheet, and my type is text/css. Okay. So that's my link. All right. And I'm going to do the same thing for the custom style sheet that I'm going to make for this website. But I'm just going to change this to style.css since I made a CSS file that says style. The next thing I want to do at the very end of my body here is I want to put in my JavaScript stuff. So src script src equals, and it's in my JS folder. And this is going to be, I'm going to use the minimized version here. I'm going to check what that is. It's just bootstrap.bootstrap.min.js. Okay. And I also need, I'm going to close out the script. Scripts, again, all need to be closed out. And then before this, what I want to do is my jQuery. And I'm not sure if I have jQuery yet. src equals js/jQuery.js. I'm going to check if I have my jQuery here. Okay, and I'll save this. And now I'll open this up. And I don't have the jQuery yet, so I'll go and put that in. Okay, so how you put that in, I'll just go into Firefox here, and then I'm going to go to jQuery and just get that file. There we go, jQuery, download. Maybe I'll get the compressed version of 3.2.0. Here, I have to, on a Mac, you have to go control click and go save link as. And jQuery 3.2.0, I'll put that right in my folder, in my directory, JS. So jQuery 3.2.1.min. Okay. All right, so that's there. Okay, so if I look in here, it's my jQuery. And I'll just take this file name here. And I'll put it in. Okay, so save that. All right, so we got the files all attached to the program, to the HTML file. So next thing I will need to do is there's stuff that I have to still put in the head here, and I'll do that right now. So in the head, and I copied and pasted this just to make this a little bit faster, and I'll explain what this all does. Here we go. My head, I have 3 things, and I'm going to indent everything just to make it a bit easier to read. You indent by going command and then the bracket. So 2 things you need to have, or 3 things that you should have, is a character set, universal type format 8, and then just a line to make it compatible with Internet Explorer. And then the third one is really important, and this is so if your size of your screen goes to size of a mobile website. This viewport port here prevents when it's like on a phone or something, it prevents you from like scrolling and like the web page trying to move. This kind of sticks it into the viewport. So this is really important here, the meta name viewport. Initial scale 1. This is very important for mobile devices. So keep that all in. So now we got our website all set up. So now in my body here, I'm gonna just start writing things. I'll start with a header. I'll go H1 and Bootstrap website. Close that and save it. And I want to see what this looks like right now in Firefox. Looks like it opens Firefox default. All right, good. We got something. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is Bootstrap deals with rows. So I'm going to make a div tag and call it class equals row. And then make some columns within this row. So I'll just move this over here. And then in here, div tag with a class. Let's go column col medium md 6. So now again, Bootstrap deals with 12 columns. So anytime you make a row, the classes inside that with columns all have to add to 12. So here, column medium 6. I'm going to close out that div tag, and I can make another one called column medium 6 too. And let's just see if this works. And then I am going to add some text. Column 1, column 2, just to see if this works. Save that. Open this up in Firefox. Oops, I should not close that every time. Bootstrap website. Okay, cool. So now we have the 2 columns here. So you could do a lot of different things. Anytime you have a row, you have this. It divides, within the row, it divides it by column. So here, since these 2 columns are 6 each and they add up to 12, there's 2 equal sized columns. What I could do if I wanted to is I'll just cut and paste this. I'll make another row here. In fact, I should make the backgrounds a little bit different just to demonstrate this. Let's say, so we got a new row here. Let's say I want 3 equal columns. So if I go, since 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12, I can make 3 columns here. And they should all be equal. I'll save this. And they want me to buy it. I'm not going to buy it. So we got 3 equal columns here. Because the text is by default is moved to the left, the text here is all to the left of the column. Let's just give some colors here. I'm going to just do style equals background red. Let's see. Okay, so I made that column red. And here I'm using inline CSS as styles. I'll do yellow. Okay, and then just to demonstrate where these areas fall on, I'll just add colors really quickly to this. All right, so as you can see here, we have different columns. The first row has red and yellow, then this is orange, green, and purple, just like I say here. Now, if I change the column widths, for example, 1, 6, and then maybe 5, sure. You can change the widths of the columns. So now this is 1/12 of the space. The green is 6/12 of the space, and the purple is 5/12 of the space. So anytime you have a row, all the columns inside should add up to 12. And you can make up to 12 columns if you wanted to. And I could show that really quickly too. By doing it like this. We got 2 rows here. I just copied and pasted it. Let's just make a bunch of column mediums here to be 1. 3, 6, 9, 12. And I'll just save this. And here's our last column. They are all 1/12 of the screen. Now, if you want to subdivide these small little columns, what you can do is you can actually put columns within columns if you wanted to. So, for example, let's try the first row here. The very first row here, the column 1 at the very top. This is subdivided as red and yellow. I'm going to just add some columns in here. In fact, I can add 12. Just why not? Oops. There we go. I'll indent this. Three, 6, 9, 12. I gotta clean this up a little bit. Just visually. Save it. And if I reload, there we go. The first column is moved into 12 subdivisions. And you can keep on doing that if you want to. Hopefully it's 12 subdivisions. Anyway, this video is getting a little bit long, so maybe I'll stop there. And then the next video, I'll just introduce a little bit more Bootstrap. And then we can go from there. Okay? All right. Bye.